So we're about to embark on a 4-day journey, heading to Melbourne this morning, speaking in Traralgon tonight. Then we're moving into the Melbourne city tomorrow. Then we've got Adelaide, and then back up here to the Gold Coast Thursday. So make sure you stay tuned and you watch the next 4 videos religiously, because we're going to be creating a nice little menage a trois for you. We're going to create something anyway. It's going to be fun. So you'll be able to get all of the behind the scenes of what it really takes to be on the road and running events and trying to still also run multiple businesses at the same time. So join me. Last time I drove 2 hours was, I can't even remember. That's how long ago it was. And then though, we did one, and this is when I did a Facebook Live. We had about 10,000 people watch it, and we had hundreds of comments where I said, I spy with my little eye something beginning with C, and she couldn't get it. And I said it was cotton, because I had a towel. And I was like, it's the cotton. And she's like, that ain't right. I said, yeah, let's go live and let's see who, what people think, because I would stand by that being cotton. If you want to play the hardcore game, if you want to play with the master of I Spy, you've got to get, starting with A, atoms. And when it comes to ads, unfortunately it's not a 10-minute thing, like there's a few hours it really needs to go into even setting up and crafting the campaign. The double-edged sword is, you don't have the time to spend doing it. So it's that with what you've got there, with those 50 people who have expressed interest, it's get that hustle of follow-up that you do really well with. Just making sure you're staying on top of that, Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to craft a couple of ads for you and for us to go, I hope they work. It's like you giving me a little part of one of your strategies without actually giving me the whole strategy. So like if I was to look at your ads and stuff, it's like, you would set up an entire campaign for each location with dedicated ads and ad sets to each one and ad budgets, etc. There's a few hours easily in the setup of that. $5 degrees. I'm not sure it's been that cold in the Gold Coast yet this year. Do like a big fire dragon breath. I definitely need to put on another jacket. I'm bloody freezing. Well, I think we've got there's 65? I think, yeah, closer to 70 confirmed. There's already about, yes. I think another 3 people come through this morning. I think we just have people here, not over there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 62. It's those instances, it's those things that happen that, as corny as it says, but it's true, that's what makes you stronger. Knowing how to run through a cyclone ain't going to make you scared of a cyclone, because you know what's on the other side of it. It's always the fear of fuck, I don't know what's on the other side of that. Yeah. It's I don't know how to handle this conversation, Yeah. I mean, the amount of times I hop on a phone call and someone's like, oh, this is happening, what should I do? I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, stop for a minute. Firstly, acknowledge that it's happening. And then take the emotion out. Acknowledge that it's happening. Remove all emotion, because all your old programs and paradigms are going to be coming into this. The biggest thing is money. Yeah. Like when someone goes, oh, someone's not paying the contract that they've signed for. And I'm like, well, okay, how do you feel about it? if you're emotionally charged around money, you're gonna hate the entire conversation.
Right.
I've had to build that muscle because I never come from money.
Yeah.
So when anyone used to say to me, oh, I can't afford this now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, okay then. All right.
Yeah.
But now it's a matter of, no, you've signed a contract.
Yeah.
You've committed to something.
Yeah.
I'm delivering my side of the bargain. You're deciding not to take on the rest of it now.
Yeah, right.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, I remove my old programs of poor Brett, who would just be like, oh yeah, I'm getting, reacted by that situation.
Yeah.
And you just got to take it for what it is. My first ever Sydney event. This is when I was selling some franchises. I had 5 people, and one of them was already a location owner. I come to Sydney, man, I busted my ass. Like, I delivered. I almost gave them the blueprint to running their own bloody entire franchise, I think. It was safe to say no one joined that day.
Hard push.
Yeah. But in saying that, what's funny, I remember 2 people who did go to the event, they've bought a product of mine post, which is valuable in the sense that it's not about what you gain from an event, initially on the outset. It's like, what does that do 3 months, 6 months? Another day at the office, But in saying that, there's always and I think it's a healthy thing it's more excitement now. I feel excited. It's not nerves as in, oh my God, I hope it goes well. I've done it enough times to know that it will go well. But it's just I want to get started now, So I can only imagine what it feels like to be a high-level sports star and you're in a grand final or something, and that hour before the game when it's like, oh, come on, let's go. It's good, it's exciting. There's 70 business owners here in Traralgon. That's right, in Traralgon. I'd never even heard of this place up until 5 months ago, and we've got a great turnout starting to happen. People coming through the doors. Really looking forward to getting kicked off and getting started. Who here is in business? Yep, so you're in the right room. Right, I've ran an event before. Actually, we ran a 2-day, another event we run called Unleash Your Greatness, and it's for 2 days. And we'd stop for lunch break, and we come back after lunch, and I'm standing on the stage talking. We've got about 100 people in the room, and I see a face sitting in like row 3, and I was like, I've never seen that face before. Didn't have a clue who this person was. I thought, oh, she must have just turned up late. And then at the break after that, I went up to Shauna. I said, do you know the lady who was in row number 3? And she goes, no, she was with a tour party. And she walked on into the room and she just sat there and she must have felt awkward and she didn't want to leave. So I just want to give anyone who thinks that they're not supposed to be in this room right now an opportunity to go downstairs. Hundreds of events where you hear speakers saying, I'm making this much money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I think it's really important to bring it back to ground zero and actually say to you that majority of you in here aren't going to go and do diddly squat with what I teach you tonight. Unfortunately, that sucks. That pains me. That's why I try and take a unique approach when I'm running events. Okay? I could turn Facebook marketing into a motivational fest because I want you to be able to be inspired to go and actually do those tactics that you know you don't want to do, but you've got to go and do it. It's not about the tactic all the time. Everyone wants the tactic, but you've got to connect to why you really want the tactic, the driving force behind that. All right, exact funnel that we've used to generate hundreds of thousands of leads and 45,000 customers. Again, I say that because if you blink, you might miss this. Who here has ever been on their mobile phone and they're just doing this? I'm a zombie, right? And then all of a sudden you stop at something. Why did you stop? That person broke your trance. They broke your trance. People are walking around in trances all day. We're hypnotized. It's not until I go bang, right? See how scared, got you out of that trance that was in your pocket and straight here. It's your job to not scare people, but to be able to create compelling posts, ads, etc. that stop them from scrolling. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you.